Thank you, Mario, and hello, everyone. 3 years ago, Scott Stoner and I developed the 5 Minutes to Shine concept in conjunction with that year's conference theme, Shine. The aim is to showcase big ideas drawn from all sectors of our membership. This year, we asked participants to focus their stories on effective practices for engaging audiences. The guidelines followed APAP's partnership with the Wallace Foundation to highlight the research and examples of effective audience engagement by arts organizations and presenters across the country. This morning, we hosted another round of 5 Minutes to Shine, and again, the audience selected a favorite to present right now at today's awards luncheon. It is my pleasure to introduce this morning's winning 5 Minutes to Shine story and presenter. Please welcome Liz Stover Rosenthal.
Thank you, everyone. It's a real honor to be here in front of you all this afternoon. Let's go. So as a performing arts presenter on a major university campus, football can often feel like a dirty word. We envy the millions of dollars our athletic departments rake in from donations annually, when to us arts presenters, a single $1 million gift could be transformative. We work hard to make the case that the arts are an integral part of a college student's education to ensure our university funding remains secure. And when your college town's football stadium has enough seats to fit just about the entire population of Ann Arbor inside of it, there's always a major risk associated with scheduling a show on a game day, requiring us to say prayers to the gods of TV scheduling that the Wolverines and their opponents won't be good enough that week to warrant a coveted 8 p.m. primetime spot. So when UMS announced one of our most exciting recent undertakings, a 5-year residency partnership in Ann Arbor with the New York Philharmonic, I was thrilled to project manage. But a major challenge followed. How do we make the deepest impact in our community with this first visit, given some major time constraints? We had to make this first visit set the tone for the future. The Philharmonic could only be in Ann Arbor for 3 days. And of course, our Saturday just so happened to be a home football game, homecoming weekend, no less. So after lots of brainstorming, we developed an ambitious wish list of activities that we wanted to make happen that weekend. But there was a huge hole on Saturday afternoon. We couldn't schedule master classes when the majority of the student body would be heading to the big house for the game. How could we get the attention of the community when campus would be saturated with homecoming events? How could we provide multiple ways in to this residency? So as one idea, I called the director of the Michigan Marching Band to gauge his feelings and ideas on a possible collaboration with UMS for the homecoming halftime show. His answer, if you could get the New York Phil Brass section and Alan Gilbert to participate, I would design an entire show around them. So my next and biggest challenge was getting the orchestra on board. As presenters, we can sometimes forget the rules of unions by which producing institutions are often bound. And I was immediately flooded with questions that made me concerned for the reality of this exciting idea. But in what felt like a win, as great as any Michigan football victory, we eventually got permission to move ahead. 16 New York Phil Brass players would appear alongside the Michigan Marching Band, alumni band, all student brass, the UMS Choral Union, all to be conducted by music director Alan Gilbert. There were more than 1,000 musicians on the field that day at halftime. The Philharmonic Brass performed before one of their largest audiences ever of over 107,601 people, and the first time a professional orchestra had ever taken part in a college football game day. And the impact was deep. Expressions of gratitude and pride came rolling in from people on campus and alumni from around the world. One writer compared his experiences as an audience member of Friday's Philharmonic concert to his experience as an attendee at the football game. What is remarkable and compelling about true excellence is that it brings with it the impulse for aspiration, a model for following, a standard that invites an urge for similar achievement. We were finally on the same level as athletics. So, lest you believe that we devoted all of our attention to sports that day, across campus that same afternoon, we arranged for volunteers from the Philharmonic to do bedside performance visits to patients at the university hospital. Together, they visited 16 patients for private visits in the cancer, cardio, and physical rehab centers. We knew we had done our jobs well when we received a message from a patient the following week. Thank you so much for the wonderful man who came to play at the hospital today before his concert. I'm in the hospital because I have a rare type of cervical cancer, so I encouraged my family to go to the concert, but they were all feeling bad because I couldn't go. Now they don't need to feel so bad. I got a personal serenade. Please pass on my sincere thanks. It was a very special moment at a very difficult time. In planning this residency, it would have been so easy to accept the logistical challenges of a football Saturday in Ann Arbor and give ourselves the majority of a day off. But the question of multiple ways in, one of the Wallace Foundation's strategies for building arts audiences, how can we bring an experience to people who otherwise might not have found us? That inspired a weekend of excellence. True impact can be made with any number of participants. From 16 hospital patients to 107,601 football fans, we were proud to be makers of joy in Ann Arbor. Thank you, and go blue.